I woke up to a loud flash bang. The only thing I did, I got my kids out. I seen a lot of troops and guns pointing at my window and 404.
See, I'm pissed off because a lot of people out there are acting like they don't understand what is actually happening in the city of Chicago in regards to the ICE raids. Let me tell you something. Black people, again, are collateral damage in this.
So if ICE is detaining black people now in Chicago, where are they sending us? Where are we going?
Those ICE people are in Chicago terrorizing black Americans. So black people, if you thought you were safe, you are not.
Hello guys, welcome back to Vibe Reacts. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go like, share and subscribe to it. Now I want you to imagine that you are in an apartment that you've rented for you and your family, and when you wake up at around 1 a.m. in the morning, at night actually, you see a helicopter above your roof. Then you quickly run to the window to see what's not happening. You get to see red and blue flashes of light. You see men in black uniform kicking and breaking doors. At the same time, they are yelling and telling people not to move and to get on the ground. Mind you, at this time you're so confused because you don't know what's not even happening. You rush and take your kids so that you can be together and get to know what's not happening. Is it war? Is it robbery? Because at that time there are a lot of troops and guns pointed at your window. Dozens of federal ICE agents have raided the apartments of black people in the South Shore neighborhood. Now they were ransacking random and different apartments. They were even dragging the kids out from their beds. They were zip tying children that were crying together and separated them from their families. They were taking black people again and these immigrants and kept them in a van, in different and separate vans. Now my question is, why is it black people again? What's not happening? Let's quickly check the video as we come back for more discussion.
The pro-family party zip-tied children's up the other night, in case you missed it. Federal agents barged an apartment building in Chicago and zip-tied children up while they were figuring out who they were going to arrest or not arrest. And some of these kids had no clothes on. You know why? Because it was midnight. I'm outraged. All of us have to be outraged. How is this shit possible? How can they just do whatever the hell they want? I don't get it.
They just treated us like we were nothing.
Patricia Fisher said she came out to the hallway of her apartment complex on the corner of 75th and South Shore Drive in her nightgown around 10 Monday night, only to find ICE agents yelling police.
It was scary because I've never had a gun put in my face. They asked my name and my date of birth and asked me did I have any warrants, and I told them no, I didn't.
She said she was then handcuffed and released around 3 a.m. Fisher says she was told if anyone had any kind of warrant out for them, even if it was unrelated to immigration, they would not be released. Citizenat video shows the chaotic scene overnight. Neighbors tell us there were dozens of ICE agents. Neighbors like Ebony Watson says they ducked for cover as they heard several flashbangs go off.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. People was screaming. They looked very distraught. I was out there crying when I seen the little girl come around the corner. Because they was bringing the kids out too. Had them zip tied to each other. That's all I kept asking. Where's the morality? Where's the human? One of them literally laughed. He was standing right here. He said, them kids.
Watson says budget trucks and military-style vans were used to separate parents from their children. Other neighbors say they saw agents destroying property to get in the building.
An inch chainsaw with a round blade on it cutting this fence down. We're under siege. We're being invaded by our own military.
See, I'm pissed off because a lot of people out there are acting like they don't understand what is actually happening in the city of Chicago in regards to the ICE raids. Let me tell you something. Black people, again, are collateral damage in this. And all the black people that are getting mad at ICE and Donald Trump, hold on, you got to get mad at the politicians right here locally, because it was the politicians right here in your city that decided to dump the migrant issue on the black community like they do every single time. When they came across the border and checked asylum, they were able to come over into our city and get incentives like medical care, 6 months free rent, free transportation, free child care. We fed them each and every day. And those people that they were giving assistance to, they didn't go up to the north side and to the white community. All of the people out there protesting that are white, they didn't open up their doors for them, and they didn't want none of the shelters on their neighborhood. Guess where they opened up the shelters? In the black community. Those same school buildings that they shut down in 2013 that were educating black kids, they took those school buildings and they made them migrant shelters.
We were there when these federal agents pulled up in unmarked SUVs with Pennsylvania tags and detained this man that you see here. It happened in a neighborhood in Alexandria, and an activist with a group called Tenants and Workers United was there too.
We just saw someone thrown to the ground, being handcuffed, and was yelling, please tell my wife, please call my wife.
Federal agents have detained several people in and around the Eaton Square apartments this week. On Monday, video we obtained shows at least one worker being detained from a construction site here around lunchtime. And then witnesses tell us they were back Tuesday.
Those ICE people are in Chicago terrorizing black Americans. So black people, if you thought you were safe, you are not. It's not only for the immigrants. They are cuffing black Americans, sending off flashbangs, doing all types of illegal things, cuffing these people for no reason, asking them if they have warrants, asking them for their date of birth, who they are, all of the above. It's crazy, it's sick, and they're probably coming to a neighborhood near you. And I'm never gonna shut up about this. You may try to silence me. I'll go on another platform and talk about it. But black people, be safe for real, because these things are happening in the middle of the night.
Now, this was said to be an immigration enforcement operation, but to be honest, I feel like it was like an attack to our black brothers and sisters. Because tell me why will they choose to go to South Shore neighborhood? Why? Okay, if it's not all about attacking black people, why would they choose to go there? Simply because they knew that South Shore neighborhood, it was filled with Africans and black Caribbean immigrants. That's why they did what they had to do. So for me, even if they come out and say that they were looking for a group of undocumented people, personally, I really feel like no, they were coming for us black people. Because y'all, have you watched the video properly? How can you come in the middle of the night, imagine at around 1 a.m, pointing guns at innocent black people? They haven't wronged you, they haven't done anything wrong to you, but what are you guys doing to them? Troops and guns everywhere, they're kicking and breaking doors here and there, they're arresting people. Even I've also heard that they managed to shoot even some people. This is so unfair, guys. This is so unfair. Because do you know, at around that time, you're so sleepy, you can't even put even words together. Then from waking up, you're seeing such kind of a scenario. How could you feel? How could you feel? Children are there being dragged out of their beds, they're zip tied and separated from their parents. You can imagine, children are over there crying, people are on the ground, people are being harassed. This is so bad. This is so bad. And the worst of all is that I really feel bad because there are people who are saying that it's a lie, we're spreading lies. How can it be a lie? And even you've all watched the video, okay, even if it's not my video, but you've also come across with other videos and you've seen that people were talking. These people are just not people, but they are neighbors, and also they are the ones who experienced that horrible night at night. They're the ones who are there, and they were speaking, saying the way it was so bad for them. and how traumatized our black people are. Now our people are fearing. They don't know what is the next thing these people will do. So I really feel bad, because are they saying that we are lying because it's black lives? Are they doing that because it's us black people? What I know is that if today it was black people, who will be the next person? Will it be the Latinos? Will it be the Hispanic? Who will be the next people? The Department of Homeland Security said that this raid was legal and it was part of the operation. Now you can imagine. But to be honest, why in that manner? Why hurt us? Why scare our black people? Why do that? Because that's not about catching the undocumented people. No, they were sending a strong warning to our black people. They clearly showed them to stay quiet, to stay scared, and not to ask them questions. The thing is that whether you're born in America or you're born in Africa, they will still treat you the same way. Whether you've lived in America for 100 years or even 2 years, you will still have to prove to them that you exist. You also must prove to them that you're not a bad guy, you're not a thug, you're not a criminal, because they will always picture you as a suspect. See, we cannot stay silent because that's what they want. But we need to put so much pressure on the social media, on the voters. In fact, anyone watching that video should pass the information so that by the end of the day, this issue can be addressed. Now, I'll really like to know what your thoughts are about this raiding issue. I really want to know what your thoughts are. I really want to know how it has affected you, if you are one of those people. I also need to know, is that how an immigration enforcement operation done? Is it that way? Guys, share your thoughts. Let's comment down below, and please don't forget to hit that subscription button and subscribe. Thank you so much. One love.